cook. Give me a thumbs up if you are ready. Okay. And hopefully Lincoln and Nova, your friends, get here soon.
You do that with her?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna put my computer all the way over here now so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Can everybody see me? So what do we need so that we know what we're making in class today? Anyone know what this is called?
The ingredients.
The ingredients or the recipe. So if you have the recipe, take it out so you can look at it, or I will tell you what to do. So on our recipe, it tells us the ingredients and the directions of how to make the recipe. So over here on the right-hand side, we have our directions.
I can do it.
First thing that it says is remember to wash your hands. So if you have not washed your hands yet, go over to your sink and quickly give them a little scrub with soap. Or if you have some hand sanitizer, you can put some of that on there. We always want to wash our hands before we cook so we don't spread any germs. Okay? I'm going to put my hair back real quick. And I'm going to put some gloves on since I don't have a sink.
Yeah, but you're cooking now, right?
I'm super hungry.
You want to sear it for now?
Are we ready to
You
go?
want to sear it too?
Looks like everybody's back. Okay. So we are going to start with dessert today instead of making our main dish first. So we're going to make our dessert. Our dessert is called snow-baked chocolate chip cookie bites. How do those sound? They sound pretty good, right? All right. So let's get together some of the supplies that we need first for our cookie bites. The first thing that we're going to need is a bowl.
A bowl. I got a bowl.
Everybody get your bowl out. Perfect. And we want something to stir with as well. We want like a spoon or a spatula, something we can mix everything up with.
Spatula.
Okay, so we've got that. Perfect. Okay. And next we're going to want some measuring cups and spoons. Everyone have measuring cups and spoons? Okay.
Measuring cup.
Measuring cups and spoons, both.
And spoon. Measuring cup and spoon.
And when everyone's ready, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Looks like most of us have our supplies. All right. So we have our bowl, we have our measuring cups. Now we need our ingredients. So the first thing we need to make our cookie bites is oats. So the recipe says you can use rolled oats, you can use quick oats, whatever kind of oats you have. If you have your oats, hold them up to the camera so I can see.
We got
Okay, I see some different kinds. Everyone's got their oats. All right. So we need 1 cup of oats.
1 cup.
You want to find your 1 cup measuring cup. It's usually the biggest cup that you have. All right. We're going to fill it up with the oats. Put our oats up. Pour them into our cup.
Ready? Or pour it over the top.
Yes.
Get that up.
To the top. Stop.
Okay.
Then
We have our 1 cup of oats. And pour them into our bowl.
They're not good raw. You gotta cook them.
Got it. Looks like everybody had their oats out. Anybody need more time, just raise your hand or let me know.
Miss Stephanie?
All good on oats?
Miss Stephanie?
Okay. Yes.
Is this recipe for how many of the?
How many cookie bites? It's supposed to make around 16.
Wait.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Wait.
Okay. So we have our oats. The next thing we need is peanut butter. So let's see what kind of peanut butter or nut butter everybody has. If you don't have peanut butter, you can use a different kind of nut butter. Does anyone know any other kinds of nut butter other than peanut butter?
Almond butter.
Almond butter.
Miss Stephanie,
Hmm.
what can we use substitution for? Can we use fig butter?
Can you use what kind of butter?
Fig butter?
Can't hear you from over here, but you can use, if you have almond butter, you can use sunflower seed butter.
What about fig butter?
How about fig butter?
Fig butter? You can try it if you don't have any kind of nut butter.
Well, we have a nut
Yeah.
allergy here.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the sunflower seed or the soy nut butter if you had it. Or if you have like a fig butter, you can try that. Try it out. All right, so we have our nut butter, or whatever kind of butter we're gonna use. Going to fill up half a cup. So we need the measuring cup that has a 1/2 on it. We'll open our peanut butter. You might have to give it a little stir, depending on what kind you have. And we're gonna fill up a half a cup. A lot of peanut butter. And this is gonna hold our cookies together. Okay, looks like everybody's filling up their cup.
Yes. I'm really hungry, so.
Okay. So once you have your half a cup filled, you can pour that into your bowl on top of the oats. Get as much out as you can.
Looks like frog kisses.
Okay. So I see everybody's working on their peanut butter. So far, so good. Okay. So after peanut butter, we're gonna need chocolate chips. Everybody's favorite. So you can use regular chocolate chips. My favorite are the mini little chocolate chips. So that's what I'm gonna use. Any kind of chocolate chip that you have. I see you guys sneaking some bites.
The dessert first.
Yeah. So we're gonna fill up, this is a 1/4 cup. So this is the measuring cup that has a 1/4 on it. So it's a little bit smaller than the ones that we've been using. And we're gonna fill this with our chocolate chips. And get them out.
She's not taking so long.
Okay. Everybody's got their chocolate chips. Put them in your bowl. Okay. See, everybody's starting to mix. All right. We still have 2 more ingredients to put in. We need maple syrup or some kind of sweetener. So if you have honey, if you have agave, you have maple syrup, they all work. Maple syrup. Maple syrup, we're moving on to our measuring spoons. So this time we need a tablespoon. That's one of the bigger ones, probably the biggest measuring spoon you have. We're gonna open our maple syrup and measure out 1 tablespoon. Okay, and we're gonna pour that in. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And once you're done with maple syrup, we're gonna put our vanilla extract in. So if you want to measure it, you only need a little bit. It's 1/4 teaspoon. So it's the teaspoon that has the 1/4 on it. Or you can just pour in a little tiny bit and just go 1, 2, and pour it. Vanilla's good. I don't know if you can smell it, but I love the smell of vanilla. Okay. How is everyone doing? So far, so good. Okay. Now the last ingredient, it calls for sea salt. You don't really have to put that in. If you have it and you want to put a little tiny sprinkle, you can. But if you don't have it, you don't have to. No biggie.
You don't have to put it in.
Not everybody has sea salt in their cabinet. Okay?
Put it inside.
So once you have everything in your bowl, it is time to mix. So I need you to mix this all up so that all of it is combined and all the oats are hopefully nice and wet with all the peanut butter.
It's gonna have taste. Salty.
Mix, mix.
How much of the sea salt?
It was like a pinch.
Got it. Thank you.
Just a little pinch.
Quarter of a teaspoon. Something like that.
Fourth of a teaspoon?
So I see mixing going on.
Well, but here's the thing.
We're making double.
I'm going to show you mine. Let's see if everyone can see. Pretty much all together. Nice and crumbly. Not the best view. How are yours looking? Is it coming together?
Sam and then.
All right.
Can I help you?
If you think you're done mixing, give me a thumbs up. Not yet. Still need to mix more. Okay. Mix everything together.
It has no eggs.
Yes, I did.
Now you try. Keep mixing.
I think we're cooking it.
Yeah.
You can blame it on me for.
I know. Just like keep on cleaning it.
Where's the thing?
All right. Stop mixing when you think you're done so I can get an idea if everyone is pretty much set.
Guys, are we all listening?
All right. Looks like we're good to go. So we have our cookie batter, I call it. Good to go. All right. So the next thing that our directions say to do is to get a plate or some kind of something to put your cookies on. If you have a plate or a baking sheet or something, put your cookies in. If you want to put some parchment paper or anything on it, just so they don't stick, you can, but you don't have to. I just have an aluminum pan here. I'm gonna put my cookies in.
Okay.
Peanut butter.
And so we're going to take either a spoon, or I even like to take the measuring spoon that we just used, the tablespoon that you used for the maple syrup. And I like to use that as a scoop to scoop up a nice chunk of our batter. And we're going to put it in our hand and we're going to roll it together. We're going to make it into a ball.
Are we gonna put it in the oven?
No, these are no bake.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Okay?
All right. Now,
And so depending on how big you want to make them,
we're gonna make these into.
I don't like.
we're tasting at the end. They might be like this big. You can make a few. You should make a couple so everybody can have some. Now they might not be as together.
I
You
mean,
can always add a little more peanut butter if you have to, but they do go in the fridge
hi Emma.
hard enough.
Hi Emma.
Everybody can roll up a couple.
As Emma. It's Emma.
Helps to squeeze it together. Press it all together. I hear some singing. You're having fun cooking. How's the rolling going? Not good. You have to kind of press them together to make them into a ball. I'll only make one more. And you can always put it to the side and make more later. Press them together. They should come out like this. A cookie bite. Anybody make a good one that they want to hold up and show? I see a couple of you. Perfect. Beautiful.
How about me?
That's the real one.
You have a very small one. A little baby cookie bite. Okay. How about David? How are yours coming out? They're coming. And is the Emmeline?
There you go. Here's this baby one.
Okay. So I put mine all in a tray. And you can put them in your refrigerator if you have any room to get a little harder.
Yeah.
Or you can just leave them to the side. Whatever is easier if you don't have any room in your fridge.
I don't like the cookies.
See, some of you are still rolling. So I'll roll a couple more.
I'm not here.
And then we can move on to our next recipe.
Look.
You're saying you don't like
The peanut butter one's interesting. I don't want to cook anymore.
Oh, you don't have to.
Are we moving on to the next one?
We've still got one recipe left if you want to stay.
Okay, go wash your hands.
All right. So I made 8 cookie bites. I still got a little more to go, but I'm just going to put this to the side and we can start on our next recipe if you'd like. All right. I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way.
I did. Actually, I did.
Clean off my table.
I don't really have enough more space.
Everybody can kind of clean off your work surface and get ready for the next recipe. And again, you can put your cookie bites in the fridge if you have some room, or just leave them to the side somewhere.
Now I feel bad.
Okay. So everybody give me a thumbs up when you think you're ready for the next recipe. Okay, looks like most of us are good to go. Okay, so our main dish recipe is a Beany Power Pita. So we are going to make these next, all right? So if you look at the directions, again, it always says to wash your hands first, but we did wash our hands already, unless you have a whole bunch of peanut butter all over you that you want to wash off. You don't have to wash your hands. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to rinse and wash our beans. So this recipe calls for a can of beans. So let's see everybody's beans. So the recipe said you can use black beans, you can use pinto beans. I have a matching bean to somebody. All right, so raise your hand if you've had black beans before. Okay, many of you. Raise your hands if you've had pinto beans before. Okay, a couple of you. Seems like most of us are using black beans. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to just rinse out some of the liquid that's in the can. The liquid that the beans come in has a lot of salt, so we rinse some of that out. So you can open up your can. Okay. And then you can either just pour some out and kind of use the top. I think somebody that's helping you could probably help you to drain some of it out. Or if you have a strainer, like this over here, you could pour the beans in the strainer and rinse them out. So it looks like some of you already have that step done. So we'll wait for whoever did not rinse their beans already. So again, use your strainer, rinse them out in the sink, and they'll be nice and clean. Or you can just take your can and kind of dump out some of the liquid if you don't have a sink right now. Okay. Everybody kind of froze, so I can't see where you're all at. I'll give everybody a minute to get their beans ready, and hopefully it'll unfreeze for me. Okay, for anyone I can see, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on.
No, we're not ready.
Okay,
Never mind.
I'll say got some thumbs up. Okay, so if you're ready to keep going, we're gonna pour the beans that we washed into a bowl. And fun part, we're going to smash them up with a fork. So if you have a fork, use the back side of the fork and mash up some of these beans. So you don't have to mash them all, but mash up as much as you can. Mashing is the fun part anyway. Give them a good mash. And you can even use the back of like a spatula or a big spoon. If you don't have a fork, or if your fork's not working for you. How's mashing going? Keep going. They will mash. You don't need them to be all mashed either.
Need help mashing?
Give a few more seconds to mash up some of your beans.
Mash it small enough. Mash it small enough.
All right. I don't know how yours are looking. Mine are mashed up a little bit, half and half. Still some whole ones, still mashed ones. That looks very nice, I can see. Awesome. Okay. So if we want to stop mashing, we'll move on to the next ingredient, which is tomatoes. So does anyone have their tomatoes? You could have had a big tomato. You could have little grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. We're going to add some tomatoes as our vegetable for this meal.
Need a bite?
Okay.
And cookie. We mix it together.
Tomatoes we need to chop. So somebody can help you to cut, or somebody can cut them for you. So if you have a big tomato, cut it into little pieces. If you have cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, we're just going to cut them in half. So we're going to take our tomato. You want to hold one side of it and cut the other side of it so that you don't get your fingers. Okay, so again, make sure that somebody's helping you or cutting for you. And we're just going to cut up a couple of tomatoes. Say maybe 5 or 6 if you have the little ones. If you have a big one, you can maybe cut up like a quarter of it or half of it.
I have a green tomato.
You have a green tomato. That is different. I don't think anybody else has a green tomato.
I'm gonna take a bite out of it.
Go for it.
Ew, that's not a tomato.
All right.
It's a plum.
So if you cut up, say 5 or 6 of your cherry tomatoes, you'll probably have enough.
That's a plum.
And you can throw them into the bowl with your
That's a
beans.
green plum. I don't put them in.
Cutting them half like into what?
Look, Bella, look.
How is tomato chopping going? Some of you putting them in your bowls.
Oh, put them in which bowl?
eating.
Huh?
Some nice skills going on.
No.
All right, I'm gonna put my cutting board over here. We're done cutting after tomatoes.
Here, best bite.
So if tomatoes are cut and ready and you're in the bowl, give me a thumbs up.
Gross.
You are just finishing.
That's a little late, crazy.
Lincoln and Nova, and you guys good?
Yeah, we're still cutting some tomatoes.
Okay. I can give you guys a few more minutes.
You're my tuned one.
So you should
And
have
you
your
touch your
tomatoes
hair.
and your beans in your bowl now. And we can get our next two ingredients ready while some of us finish chopping. So the next two things we're going to need are salsa and guacamole.
Dawson and Blossom and Dawson and Gossam.
Salsa and guacamole. So salsa comes in a lot of different kinds, a lot of varieties. So when you have your salsa, let me see what kind you have.
I'll put this in to make it nice.
Okay, I see
These
orchid.
tomatoes go in the same container.
Yes, everything's going in the same bowl.
Okay.
Can I have some water?
The salsa you can get hot and spicy, right? You can get it mild where it's a little less hot. I have medium, which is middle. So if you like your salsa hot, you can get hot and spicy. And then we're also gonna put some guacamole, right? Does anyone know what guacamole is made of? Yeah, you can say it. Avocados, right.
You shove it in your mouth then.
All right, so let's open our salsa first.
I just want to check your teeth.
So we'll open up our salsa. We need another measuring cup. We need a quarter cup.
Here.
So this is the cup with the 1/4 on it. Okay, we're gonna fill up our salsa. Fill up our cup with salsa.
Are you allergic to them?
Yes, I am. I'm allergic to all foods I don't want to eat.
So I think some of you guys already did your salsa.
They're only allergic to strawberries.
There's tomatoes in this.
So I've got a quarter cup of salsa. I'm gonna pour it into the bowl.
And that has to be this.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Good with
Well,
salsa?
like, they're full of veggies. That's what makes them so healthy for kids your age.
Okay. If you're good with your salsa, you can move on to your guacamole.
My mom or dad.
In guacamole, we're gonna put the exact same amount. We're gonna fill up this 1/4 cup again with our guacamole.
Hey, no. Here. Hey.
Okay.
My bad.
Eat it then.
How we doing?
What's that?
Guacamole.
Ooh, guacamole.
Basically, I need to Chipotle.
What are you making?
Okay.
What you're supposed to be making.
Guacamole.
What am I making?
I have a spoon.
I have no idea.
We're gonna mix it all together. Okay?
There you go.
So the beans, the tomatoes, the salsa, and the guacamole. We're gonna mix it all up.
It smells disgusting.
Disgusting is not a word we like to use in cooking class. Cooking class is all about trying new things. So you should have a filling.
What are we making?
So this is our filling for our pita.
It's like a pita thing.
What's a pita? What's a pita?
A
What's a
pita
pita?
might look like this. So they might have little pockets like the thing that's on the picture. If you can see the picture on the
I
right,
believe in this
I
meeting.
can show you.
The disgustingest thing.
Yes, it is.
So a pita
Can we just
is a
throw
piece of
it
bread like
together?
this, and it has a pocket that you can put your filling inside.
Hold on, I want to see what it looks like.
So any kind of sandwich you could put inside a pita.
Yeah. I'm leaving this. Should I?
Or if you don't have pita, something else you can use are wraps or tortillas. Has anyone had tortilla before? Okay. So if you have your pita or your tortilla, get that out for me. We can put our stuffing in.
Do you use one side of pita? Do you use one of them or two?
So the pita, they say that you can cut a little pocket in it and make it like this one. Or you can just kind of put it in the middle and squeeze it together. Or you can use the tortilla. So what does everybody have? Do you guys have tortillas? Do you guys have pita?
Tortillas.
A pita. I see a tortilla.
Tortilla.
A couple tortillas.
Wait.
Tortilla, pita. Okay. So let's put whatever we have as our base on our plate. Okay. I'm gonna do a tortilla so we can show how to roll it. Okay. So if you have a pita like this with a pocket, you just want to fill it up. Or if you have something that's more flat, we're gonna put the pita or the tortilla on our plate. And we're gonna put a little bit of the filling in the middle. So take a scoop of our filling and put it right in the middle. Okay. Okay. Now the recipe says that you can put some cheese on it. You can put some lettuce on it, depending on what you have. We have some shredded cheddar cheese here that I'm gonna put on top. And we have some romaine lettuce. I'm gonna put right on top. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Kind of looks like a burrito, like you would get at Chipotle. You've got your beans, your tomatoes, your lettuce, your cheese, and your tortilla. So if you have a pita, it's a little easier. If you have a tortilla, let's roll it up. So if you can see my plate, what you want to do with a tortilla is take the bottom, the piece that's closest to you, and push it up to the middle. See if anybody is rolling their tortilla yet. You take the bottom piece and put it to the middle. And then you want to take the both side pieces and push them in towards the middle also. You take the sides up and then you roll it.
I can't do it because mine's broke when I try to roll it.
We'll have a wrap that you can pick up. How's everybody doing with their pita or their tortillas? It's a little hard to roll them up. Do your best. Somebody needs help, you can show me your screen and I can see if I can help you to roll it up. No, you guys look good. You're filling your pitas.
got yours open.
I got 3. I was running to pick it up. Hold on.
Okay.
I normally don't.
I'm gonna try to roll mine tight.
I got 3 tacos. 1, 2, 3.
Especially for us.
4.
Okay. I'm gonna cut mine in half so you can see it in the middle.
Yeah.
So we have our final product, our tortilla. Comes out like a burrito.
Okay, put some of the lettuce.
So it looks like everybody is finishing up making their pitas. Gorgeous. I love your little skewers of tomatoes. They look awesome. So if you're done, you can hold them up for me so I can see them. I see some people's finished product.
No.
They look awesome. Beautiful. So nice, David. Okay, and if you'd like, you can go and try to take your cookie bites out of the fridge. They may be a little harder now too. And we can have taste time. So once you're done, you can start with whatever you'd like first. You can try your pita first. You can try your cookie bites first, whatever you like. But after you try something, tell me what you think with your thumbs. You give it thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down. Okay. I see a couple of thumbs up. Okay. I'm not sure what exactly you're trying that you're thumbs upping. Is it the cookie bites or the pita?
Our taco things.
Cookie bites. I see pitas.
Yeah.
The cookie bites did stay together more. Hopefully once they come out of your fridge, they're nice and hard. And our pitas. A little bit of both.
Hans is just working with cheese. He wants what he wants. What do you want? No, do you want a cheese box? I'll have tomatoes are good.
Let me try a cookie bite with you.
It's good. Ben, you want water? You want no?
Tastes like peanut butter.
Sam's really the one that drinks more than Thank you.
Did anyone else try anything?
The pita's really good. Can I get this one too, Micah?
The pita's really good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like the cookie.
You like the cookies?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys, did you try anything new in either of these recipes?
Yeah. I've never had a
What was new?
Me too. The roll. Oh.
What was new? What ingredient?
What was new? You can shout it out.
The roll.
The roll, the pita?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was definitely different for some. What else did anybody try that was different? David?
Quick oats.
Yeah, quick oats.
Oh.
How about guacamole?
I never had mashed beans before.
Beans.
No guacamole.
Guacamole was new. Okay, what would you guys do differently to make your recipe even better next time? You guys have any suggestions?
Lemon.
Put something else than peanut butter in the cookies
Lemon,
to make them harder. To make
Okay.
them stick together.
The peanut butter may have done that a little more than the fig butter, but how did they come out, guys?
Instead of these, I'm gonna do the lemon because they're
Yeah,
almost
David?
pink.
I would cook the beans first. I would put them like on a stove in a pot and then pour them into the mix because I'm not a big fan of cold beans. Same would be.
Okay. That's a great idea. You can make your beans on the stove. And if you don't like the beans cold, you could always heat them up. You can put chicken instead of beans if you're not a big fan of the beans. Okay, so overall, give me a thumb. One thumb for the pita, one thumb for the cookie bites. Okay.
Wait, what? I didn't.
Okay.
For what? Well, one down for each. Oh.
Awesome. Well, you guys did a great job. We finished everything in an hour. We even have 5 minutes to spare. You guys were quick. But I hope you had fun making something today. And the whole point of cooking class is to try something new. So I hope you guys tried something new and enjoyed it. All right, so share it with your families. They look beautiful.
Next Tuesday. Yay.
And if you want to cook something new next week, we will be cooking something again next time. So you can sign up for next week also, and we'll cook 2 brand new recipes. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And you guys can call me or email me if you have any questions.
I'll come back next time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hope to see you guys next time.